For God's sake, your boxes with legs. It's literally your only purpose. Walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one thing you're designed for?
Try to get us down there. I'll hit him with a paradox.
Warmer. Boiling hot. Okay, colder, ice cold. You're Arctic now. You're very cold. Very, very, very cold. Look, just get on the button. Oh, that's funny, is it? Oh, it's funny because we've been at this for 12 hours and you haven't solved it either, so I don't know why you're laughing. You've got 1 hour. Solve it.
Alright. It looks like now that he's in charge of the place, he's not finding it the easiest job in the world. Let's see what we can do about that. Oops. We can't get out that way, can we? No, we've got to, be sneaky and go through here. Like so. Looks like he's also stuck with those crap turrets that we helped destroy in the first place. Okay.
Solve this puzzle for him. When he comes back, I'll hit him with a paradox.
I love this. All of this puzzle is just putting the block on a button. Alright, here we go.
Ah, yes! I knew you'd solve it.
Hey, moron.
Oh. Hello?
Alright, paradox time. This sentence is false. Don't think about it.
True. I'll go true. Yeah, that was easy. I'll be honest, I might have heard that one before though, sort of cheating.
It's a paradox. There is no answer. Look, this place is going to blow up if I don't get back in my body.
False. I'll go false.
Explosion imminent. Evacuate the
Hold
facility
on. I thought
immediately.
I'd fix that.
Warning. Reactor core is at critical.
There, fixed. Hey, it is great seeing you guys again. Seriously, it turns out I'm a little bit short on test subjects right now, so this works out perfect. And off we go. You have no idea what it's like in this body. I have to test all the time, or I get this itch. You know, it must be hardwired into the system or something. Oh, but I tell you, when I do test, oh man alive, nothing feels better. It's just that's why I've got to test. That's why I've got to test. So you're gonna test, and I'm gonna watch, and everything is gonna be just.
Warning. Core overheating. Nuclear meltdown
up!
imminent.
I think we're in trouble.
You think? Oh boy. Test.
Designed this test myself. It's a little bit difficult. You'll notice the moat area there. Very deadly, extremely dangerous. Eventually, it's not at the moment, but I'm working on it. Still working on it.
Alright. Hit the button.
Oh, yes. Oh, well done.
Oh god.
That's tremendous.
Love that. We didn't even have to do anything, it just fell right on the button.
Yeah, you're not done yet, are you? Still got to get through the door. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests is so difficult, why don't you just keep solving this test? So what? And I can just watch you solve it. Yeah, that sounds much easier.
We'll just do the same one again.
Here we go. Now, do it again.
Okay.
And nothing. All right, can't blame me for trying. Okay, new tests. Got to be some tests around here somewhere. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, wonder what he's got in store for us.
Alright, so my paradox idea didn't work. And it almost killed me. Luckily, by the looks of things, he knows as much about test building as he does about logical contradictions.
Oh, look, he even took it over. Wheatley
It
Labs.
shouldn't be hard to stay alive long enough to find him.
It's alright. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests.
This is one of my tests.
Not entirely. Not entirely. Look at the word test there on the wall. That's brand new.
Alright, so now we've got a new element. I don't really know what you call these things exactly, but basically by stepping into the beam, it pushes you in the direction that the light is flowing, like so. Woohoo! And by going up perpendicular to the beam, you can actually step right out of the beam and no longer be affected by it. So now we're going to have to use this to our advantage in order to get these tests solved. Well, this particular chamber, yeah, we can't really get down here. Here, I'll show you just with the portal here. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to show you just for your sake here. I should have shown you before going up. Back into this room, you'll notice that the button, the pressure plate, is on the ceiling. So how do we hold something down without gravity? Well, that's obviously where this beam is going to come into play, is we're going to have to use the beam to resist gravity to push a block upwards towards the pressure plate. You'll also notice as the sort of giveaway clues is the pattern on the surfaces look a little bit different. That's your clue as to where you're going to want to place the portal in order to line things up. So we'll go back up to the top here. Okay, we want to get over here, up there in order to get the block. So what we're going to do, we'll place one portal there and a portal there. So that is our first example of redirecting one of those gravity-resisting beams. So if we just jump into this, and it'll push us right through the portal, and then pass there up to where we need to go. Pretty neat. Now we can grab our cube, and we can, I don't know if we can hit the place. Yeah, right from here. Whoops. Get out of the beam there. We'll aim our portal right there. So now, as you'll see, the beam is being redirected towards the pressure plate, and we can just drop the cube into the beam, and we'll stand back here. And...
Oh, wow. Well done. Seriously, both of you. Why don't you two go on ahead, yeah? I'll catch up with you.
Okay, so the bad news is the tests are my tests now, so they can kill us. The good news is, well, none so far, to be honest. I'll get back to you on that.
Uh-oh.
I'd love to help you solve the tests, but I can't. Sorry. You're on your own.
Yeah, made this test myself out of smaller tests that I found lying around. Jammed them all together. Buttons, got funnels, bottomless pits are involved. It's got it all. It's got it all. Absolute dynamite.
Alright, so, yeah, total bottomless pit here. So, the sort of clue to that is that we've got to jump into the beam in order to keep from falling to our doom. So, we can just do that. Like so. Make sure not to move around too much, though, or we'll accidentally fall out of the beam and then die. So, we will place portal right here, and then we'll place our other one right up about here. So it'll stick us out this way. Right, now that just takes us back over to where this beam is here again. And that doesn't do us any good at all. So, why don't we try replacing the exit portal a little bit over closer to the edge there, so that way when we place the portal, we'll just fall back down into the beam here safely. So that's clearly where we want to be. But but we can't replace that portal without risking falling. Kind of a tricky situation. Okay. How about we place the portal over there instead? See what, if anything, that does to us. Aha, now right here, if we quickly place it there, aha, you see? That bounces us over to where we need to
this
go.
is taking too long, okay? I'll just tell you how to solve the test, okay? See that button over there, alright? You just need...
That's why I can't help you solve the tests.
Never mind. Never mind, solve it yourself. You're on your own.
So now that we're up here, we can use, well, this button here is going to release a cube, but we've got no way of catching it, so we'll have to, again, use the beam here to bring it over to us. So we'll hit the button there, cube comes over here, and then we'll wait for it to be just over top of that platform and bring it up to us the same way as we got up here. Whoa. Gonna step backwards out of the beam there. Grab the cube on this platform right here, like that. Just a note about these crazy boxes here. It kind of does matter how you place them, because if you kind of place it like that with the legs, they can kind of hop around a little bit, and then you actually risk having them walk away from where you want to leave them. So if you can try to kind of lean them on their edge a little bit like that, maybe walk a little bit forward and then let go gently. Yeah, you kind of got to move forward a little bit like that when you let go, so that way it gives it that little backward momentum, so that way it falls backward on that side, and then that block isn't going to go anywhere. Just a little tip. So we'll move our...
Oh, yes. Well done.
Thanks. All we had to do was pull that lever.
What? Well, no, you pressed the... Ah!
I know we're in a lot of trouble and probably about to die, but that was worth it. I thought of some good news. He's going to run out of test chambers eventually. I never stockpiled them.
I'm coming. Don't start yet. You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed off wing. Hundreds of perfectly good test chambers just sitting there. Filled with skeletons. Shook them out. Good as new.
Skeletons. Right, I guess I did stockpile some tests.
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. Wheatley, what are you doing?
Just as mementos, though.
And there we go. Be honest, you can't even tell, can you? Seamless.
Yeah, right, seamless. Yeah, just like it was meant to be that way. Alright, so first we want to get over to this side, again, because this whole facility is now in disarray, thanks to Wheatley running things. We're going to have to contend with a lot of these bottomless pits. So yeah, we want to get over to that side. So we will redirect our blue beam here, step into it, and just let it take us across. Okay, step out of the beam. We're going to hit the button to get a cube, but of course the cube is going to fall into the pit. So before we do that, we'll place a wave here so that the cube will fall into it and be saved. We'll wait for it to move up right against the wall, so that way we can, it's in line with that surface, so we can replace our portal and have it fall into a beam there. So that way we can just grab it now. Now, a new sort of interesting thing here is we're going to have to start using these faith plates to fling ourselves into those blue wave beams. So now things are going to get a little bit more treacherous, so we want to make sure that our aiming is right. Now you can see that target there on the wall, which implies that that's the general area that this panel is going to fling us. So we can figure to put the beam right about there when we make the jump. into the beam. And then before we move all the way, but we'll clear that little railing there. Now we can move over here with the block. Now we want that block to hit that button up there. Now see, this guy's getting away. Get back here. There we go. So the way to get it onto the wall. Now we're gonna because it's pressed up against the wall like that. The pressure of the cube against the pressure plate needs to be maintained constantly for us to get through the door, which means we got to be up there ourselves first. So first what we'll do is get up onto the platform ourselves. Now that we're up here, now we can move this cube. So first we will move it. We want it lined up down the middle of the room. First, the cube, that is, we want it lined up with the middle so that we can have it go up to the ceiling. And now that it's up there, this panel right there is where we place our exit.
Oh, here we go. Here it comes. Ah. Oh, disappointing.
Oh no, it's happening sooner than I expected. I'm sure we'll be fine. It's probably nothing. Keep testing while I look for a way out.
Alright, so that last test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being civil isn't motivating you, so let's try her way, alright? Fatty, adopted Fatty, Fatty, no parents. What?
What exactly is wrong with being adopted?
What's wrong with being adopted? Lack of parents.
For the record, you are adopted and that's terrible.
And
Just
also,
work with me.
nothing. But some of my best friends actually are orphans.
Also,
But
look at her, you moron. She's not fat.
I am not a moron! Just do the test. Just do the test.
Alright. So, we've got a sentry turret over here that we need to contend with. However, it is covering this entire section. So, in order to even have a chance of being able to solve this puzzle, we gotta get rid of that turret first. So, what we're actually gonna do is use our gravity beam here to simply push it out of the way. Put it right about there. There we go. And then place another portal to drop them. Bye-bye. Alright. You can hear him shooting his bullets off. Alright. Oh boy. So, you'll notice now, by stepping, aha, a new effect. Changes the blue to orange, which reverses the direction. So that's how we can get across the chasm. However, the problem is, as you'll quickly see, that the moment we get lifted off of the pressure plate, the effect stops and it simply starts pushing us back again. So we predictably need something to hold it down with. Over there is a cube. So if we press the cube up against the wall there, but then hold the button down manually, we can suck the cube all the way back here. Then we will place a portal over on the other side here, but making careful not to line it up with us because we don't want this to affect us just yet. But we'll put it there so it'll come up right alongside us here. That way, when we step off, it'll just push the cube right over to us. And we'll grab the cube, put it on the button, back, like so. And now, can step into the beam. And have it bring us over. And we'll just step out of the beam like this. I guess we didn't have to go through the portal like that. We could have just stepped out over here. And now, what we want is to use the beam to be able to lift us up to the exit. However, it's still going in the wrong direction, which means now we actually want to knock the cube off of the pressure plate. So, place the wave there, and then we can place it back here again.
It's not enough! If I'm such a moron, why can't you solve a simple test?
I might have pushed that moron thing a little too far this time.
Wheatley was never that stable to begin with, but now he's really starting to lose it. That's not good.
Oh, now he's playing classical music.
Oh, sorry. I hope that didn't disturb you too much then. It was the sound of books. Pages being turned. So that's just what I was doing. Just reading, books. So not a moron. Anyway, just finish the last one. Just now the hardest one. Machiavelli. Do not know what all the fuss was about. Understood it perfectly. Have you read that one?
Yes.
Yeah, doubt it. Well, on with the test. Wish there was more books. Well, there's not.
Okay, what we're met with right away is a faith plate. Step on it, bounce us over to the other side, and there is a faith plate to bounce us back. Right now, that's all that we've got to deal with. So, we gotta get sneaky about this. We're gonna put portals here, and then a portal on that surface right in the middle, so the wave will stop us. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut ourselves out of this wave entirely by replacing the entrance portal as a new exit on that sloped surface, which means that we'll fall through and fly off this way. Kind of a little trick here to use the wave to push us up high instead of having to just find a high surface to jump from in order to use our momentum trick like it traditionally is used. So we do it like this. Woohoo! Alright, there's our pressure plate to open the exit. So we need to get a cube. Where is the cube gonna fall from? From all the way over there. And it's just going to bounce back and forth. So, oh, it's not going to bounce back and forth. It's just going to fall into the abyss. So, we'll call another cube. Bounce it up. And then we're going to do the same momentum trick to get to the cube over us. So we'll keep our entrance there and move the exit here. There it is. On the button you go.
Oh, what was that? That was nothing! That was nothing!
The body he's squatting in, my body, has a built-in euphoric response to testing. Eventually you build up a resistance to it. It can get a little unbearable, unless you have the mental capacity to push past it. It didn't matter to me. I was in it for the science. Him, though.
Oh dear.
If he's not getting his solution euphoria, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Molten core warning. Oh dear. Oh man. This is not looking good.
Don't mind me, just moving the old test chamber a little bit closer to me. I'd have thought maybe proximity to the test solving might give us stronger results.
It won't.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry, I could have sworn you said something.
He's taking us right to him. This is perfect.
Alright. So, We don't have one of those gravity wave thingies, but we do have a light bridge to work with. And down here, we've got a whole row of these sentry turrets here, covering the pressure plate that we need to hold down. Well, we'll hit our button and get us... Aha! Now you see, it's just gonna blow the cube through and fizzle it. So, we need some way of stopping that before it happens. So, we can redirect our light bridge right about there. Let's try that again. There we go, that stopped it. But of course now we need some way of getting to the cube without getting attacked by the turrets. So we can just once again redirect the light bridge, jump down here. Okay, now we're going to need to be really quick about this. We're going to stick our exit up there so that we can simply escape, because remember, we can't just bring the cube through there to the pressure plate. The Emancipation Gorilla will fizzle it. So we're going to have to go around the long way. So just for the time being, we'll just place our exit up there to get out of this little pit here. But that means as soon as we do that, the light bridge isn't going to be protecting us anymore, so we got to grab the cube and run. So we got to do this real quick like this. There we go. And yeah, be careful about where you land coming out of that portal too. You don't have a whole lot of space here. You might risk falling down into the pit again. Now that we've got our block, we want to use the faith plate to bounce us up onto that platform there. We can stop ourselves from getting flung too far by once again redirecting the light bridge. Grab our block, jump up, bridge stops us, we land straight onto this platform here. So now we can use our block to jump down and put it onto the pressure plate, but again, we're going to be in danger of being hit by those turrets, so before we do that, we will redirect the light bridge that way so that it's blocking their line of fire. Now we can jump down, pressure plate. There we go. And...
Are you absolutely sure you're solving these correctly? I mean, yes, you solved it, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a number of ways to solve them, and you're picking all the worst ways. No, that was the solution. Ah, what am I missing?
I think he's getting desperate. This is not good.
Have a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you solve this one, alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it later.
Alright. Many elements to this room. This is a tricky puzzle to solve. If we jump down here, we got our laser here going into a receiver already. Our gravity beam. I don't know if that's what's really called. I'm just gonna call it that. You know what I'm talking about. Gravity beam is active here. We can come into this room here. Well, looks like again, Wheatley's just trying to throw this stuff together. We've got a redirection cube up there, but no way to get to it. But over here, we've got a sloped surface. Now, we jump over here. We'll just use some portals to get back up here. We've got another sloped surface here with a target on it, implying that that is where we get launched by this aerial faith plate. Way up here, we've got a platform with another redirection cube. and a handy portal susceptible panel right below a pressure plate. And then way up here we've got our 2 platforms to take us to the exit. The exit door appears to already be open, but we've got to move those platforms in order to get up there. And another sensor for that laser beam. Lots to do in this room. So, first things first, we want that redirection cube. So, we're going to use our momentum trick a la gravity beam, because we don't have a high enough surface to jump from, so we'll just use the gravity beam to push us up high. So we'll do it like this. While we're up here, we'll just see what happens when we hit this pressure plate. Okay, that pressure plate moves down that second platform to halfway. That's what that does. Alright, now that we're up here, we're going to keep the blue portal there, but we'll make our exit on that sloped surface. So we'll fall through like this, and get flung up to where this cube is. Oh, that's not a redirection cube at all. It looked like one from up there. Regardless, we need it. We're going to put it here and block the path of this laser. Aha, now that's what that does. Shuts off that beam. We temporarily want to shut off our gravity beam because we want to be able to get flung all the way over to there. Now, we don't have the gravity beam anymore, but what we do have is a faith plate. So with our portals placed like this, we can now use the faith plate to shoot us through. All the way through. See, if the gravity beam were there, it would have stopped us from being able to do that. But now we can grab our redirection cube, bring that along. Now, we'll take that cube out of the way. We'll have our redirection cube in plate, well, blocking the laser here. For the meantime, we'll just use some portals to get back up top here, but we're going to bring this cube with us. This is the cube that we're now going to use to hit our pressure plate up there. And we're now going to use portals to redirect the laser into that sensor. So now, the way that this all gets solved is going to look a little bit like this. We're going to step onto this platform, but now we'll just place a portal like this or something. Now that the laser's not going into that receiver anymore, this platform lifts us up. Now, we want the laser to go back into that receiver to reactivate our wave beam. So we can just place a blue portal underneath that block to move it, like that. So now it's moving that guy again. And now, place portals here and here to hit that pressure plate. That'll bring this platform down, we'll step onto it, and now to get it to bring us back up to the exit, all we need to do is take the pressure off that button, so we'll just place another portal wherever.
Oh, you just solved it, didn't you? I told you to tell me before. Why are you making this so hard for me?
Remember when I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad decisions? Because I think he's decided not to maintain any of the crucial functions required to keep this facility from exploding.
More good news.
My facility. This place is self-destructing, you idiot.
Was self-destructing, already fixed. Programmed in one last tremor for old time's sake. One or two more tremors in there, just for fun.
Warning. Core overheating.
I let him keep his job. I'm not a monster. Ignore what he's saying, then. Just keep on testing.
Okay, so, first, what you'll notice here is we've got only one laser, but a number of different receivers that we can redirect that laser into. So first, let's try redirecting it into this guy over here. Again, these different pattern panels is your clue that you can place a portal there. So first we'll try here. So by redirecting it into that receiver, that is moving that platform. So we'll get it over close as we can, and then we'll stop it. Now what we'll do is, with the platform up nice close there, we'll actually jump over onto it. Okay. Now, let's see what happens if we redirect the laser into that receiver. Aha. By doing so, we bring down this laser barrier, and we can't get across it like that. So what we're going to do, this is where it gets a little bit dangerous, so we've got to be careful here. We're going to get way over to the edge of the platform here as far as we can without falling off, and redirect our laser to get the platform moving again, and then we're going to stop it once we get maybe like that. Maybe half of the platform is about halfway through the barrier here, so that way now we can redirect the laser this way. That brings down the barrier, so now we can step over it, and then once again move our platform again, and then we'll just stop it there. Now we can jump off here, and by hitting the button here we get a cube, but first we want to move our platform back under where the cube is going to fall. Right about there. We'll stop it from moving, hit our button. Okay, that looks good. And now we're going to do the same thing with the cube. We're going to move the platform. Okay, like so. Ooh, now, yeah, you know what? We're going to have to do this again. I forgot that I'm going to need to be on that platform in order to physically move the cube from one side of the platform myself, because otherwise this isn't going to work. So we're actually going to move the platform again and intentionally fizzle that cube in that laser field, and we're going to try this again. Oh, well, look at that. Passes through anyway, but we do have to be up there in order to get it back down. It's funny that the lasers don't fizzle that cube. I would have thought for sure they would have, but at any rate, we got the platform over there. We can shoot a portal up there and a portal here. Jump down to it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe because it's a redirection cube, it's immune to the effects of lasers. I guess that makes sense. But at any rate, we're going to do the same thing that we did before here to get over to where the button was. Move the platform through the laser barrier halfway, and then redirect the laser like this. Come over onto the other side. Move the platform again. Now we can jump over here. And we can use our redirection cube. Up here. Now, it occurs to me we didn't really want to do that either. We want to use this redirection cube to bounce the laser into that receptor, but we can't do that from down here because we're too low for the laser. We actually still want to be on the platform. Alright, so we're going to want to do this one more time. Move the platform over. Okay. Now we can hop over here. Okay. And we're going to redirect the laser. Now, in order to get us the laser online with this platform, only those panels will be able to line it up. So we are going to once again want to be over on that side. So, you know the drill by this point. Move our platform over. Stop it. Bring down the laser barrier, move over to this side here, and we'll move the platform just a little bit more, and then we're going to stop it right about there, and we can use our portal to bring the laser directly at us, and then redirect it like this. There we go. Now, in order to get over there, we have to move our portals, which means we're going to have to, in order to open the exit, now with everything in place, line those portals up one more time. So it went right about here, I think.
Oh, it's still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service because it melted.
No lift. Alright, just jump into the beam, I guess.
Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do, but very sciencey anyway. And to your right, something huge. Hurtling towards. Oh God, run! That's not supposed to be here.
Whoa!
Are you all right back there? Here, I'll turn the beam off. Wait! Oh no! Ah! I don't know why I thought that would help.
After seeing what he's done to my facility, after we take over again, is it alright if I kill him?
I have no objection. Alright. Jump down here.
You're alive! Great! Yeah, just getting a test ready for you, obviously. Who else would I be doing it for? No one. So, let's see here. Exit. There is no exit. Not a problem. I'll make an exit for your test. There. Bing. Good. Perfect. On you go. I'll be honest, after you told me to turn that beam off, I thought I had lost you. Went poking around for other test subjects, no luck there, everyone's still dead. Oh, I did find something though, reminds me, I've got a big surprise for you two. Seriously, look forward to it.
Oh, fantastic. Alright, so we got this huge chasm to contend with, and we gotta get way over to that platform in order to make it to our exit somehow. Now, we are being reunited with our friends, Acceleration Gel. Look at that. Nice convenient little slope panel here for us. So if we step on the pressure plate here, that activates our gravity beam. If we hit our button, that gives us our cube up on that platform there. We can afford to stand on the pressure plate here for just long enough to get the cube. So what we're actually going to want to do is place our portals like this. So a little bit lower here. Yeah, that'll knock the cube off of that platform, and then place the portal again here below it so it'll fall down into that. That'll bring it back over to us. So now we can use the cube to hold down the plate for us. First, however, let's go through to this here. See what happens by holding down this pressure plate. Aha! that activates a stream of the acceleration gel. So that's actually what we want held down first. Like so. Now, here's where things start to get really, really freaky. We're going to line up our portals like this, and we're going to move the acceleration gel like so. Oh man. Just moving the liquid all through space like that. So now we're going to get it all the way here, and when we step off, we'll lay down a little bit more to kind of complete that line like that. There we go, so it makes a nice runway for us. Now, even running at full speed all the way up this ramp, we're still not going to be moving fast enough to cross this entire chasm. All we want the acceleration gel for, really, is to be able to make it to the top of this platform. Because that way we can, as you can see with the portal lined up with us like that, will allow us to get ourselves lined up with the gravity beam. So that'll push us across. That's really the only reason we need this acceleration gel, is to get us to the top there, because we couldn't walk up otherwise. So now, with our acceleration gel placed, now we can move our cube back onto the other pressure plate, allowing us to keep our gravity beam on, and we're going to line gravity beam up like that. So now we can just run up into it. Okay. That'll take us all the way across. Okay. Step out onto here. Now, again, when you pass through these emancipation grills, it closes any open portals you have. So, what we want to do by coming over here is to line up one portal right here. We can use our other portal to get back, but the trick to getting to the exit here is to remember not to move this portal again. If we accidentally move that portal, it'll undo everything. And we can't just shoot the portal back over here again, because there's nowhere to shoot it from, and we can't shoot them through these emancipation grills. So we'll have to pass through the emancipation grill, thereby closing all other portals that we've got set up. So just remember not to move the orange one. So, with the blue one there, you will see places the beam all the way across the chasm straight towards the exit. So now we can use the acceleration gel. Again, like I said before, it wasn't good enough to get us to cross the whole chasm, but now we don't need to cross the whole chasm. We only need to get halfway. So this should get us to land right in the path of the beam.
You two are going to love this big surprise. In fact, you might say you're going to love it to death. You're gonna love it until it kills you, till you're dead. All right. I don't know whether you're picking up on what I'm saying there, but
Thanks, we get it.
Oh no. Wheatley's completely lost his mind now.
Alright, he's not even trying to be subtle anymore. Or maybe he still is, in which case, wow, that's kind of sad.
sorry, my fault. Butterfingers.
Either way, I get the impression he's about to kill us.
Carry on.
Alright, that explosion just splashed some white gel here, so now that makes those surfaces portal conductors, so we can place portals here in order to get across.
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise.
Oh god. Alright. Now, this is the really tricky part to this puzzle, is we've got these 3 turrets over here to deal with. We need to figure out a way of getting rid of those turrets. And unfortunately, unlike the way we solved that problem last time by using the gravity beam to simply push them away, there is no portal surface lined up with those turrets anywhere, so we can't use the beam to push them off. So, let's see what we've got over on the other side of this room here first. Well, first, let's see what this pressure plate does. It reverses the direction of the gravity beam. Okay, so now let's zip on over. We'll see what this button does. Activates for a few seconds some of our repulsion gel. Okay, so what we can do is we will redirect our gravity beam like that. Okay. Hit our button. Move some of the gel like that, and then quickly undo the portal like that. So that happens. The reason, so that we get this one little portion covered in the repulsion gel. Now, the reason we want this here is so that once we line up our gravity beam like this, we'll be able to actually jump back up into it, and that will be able to, here, we'll hit crouch here so that it stops bouncing us. I just did that for effect, but the point is we'll be able to jump back into the beam so the beam can push us back across. However, we don't want to go back alone. We want to bring some of that repulsion gel with us. So, we're going to jump. Oh, well, first we're going to hit the button, jump up into the gravity beam. It'll bring us across along with that repulsion gel. But then what we're going to do is quickly jump out of the beam, and before the repulsion gel hits the wall, we're going to jump onto the pressure plate to reverse the direction of the gel. And you will see why momentarily. The point is we got to act quickly when we do this. Jump up into the beam. And then quickly out of the beam before those turrets shoot us over onto the pressure plate. Okay. Push the gel back, but then change where this portal goes. Step off of the pressure plate. Let it push the gel out over on top of those turrets, and then drop it onto them. That is how you get rid of those turrets. In addition, it also has the bonus effect of covering this area with a repulsion gel, which we are going to need in order to get over to our exit. We do that with our forced momentum trick using the gravity beam again. We simply use the gravity beam to push ourselves up into the air, and then we're going to want to... Oh, wait a sec here. I forgot something. Now that we can go over on this side without being attacked by those turrets, we can hit this button. That places us with a sloped surface, which is what we wanted. So now we will drop ourselves and place our exit there, and that'll throw us through to the other side and off the repulsion gel.
Oh, you solved it? Good. Good one. Good for you.
So, he's inexplicably happy all of a sudden, even though he should be going out of his mind with test withdrawal. And he's got a surprise for us. What did he find back there?